So for the past couple weeks, I have been making engines in this game and pushing them beyond their limits to the point that I'm basically breaking the game in order to get ridiculous torque curves and ridiculous power. But today we're going to be taking a small break from that because it's Easter and I want to celebrate by making an egg. Maybe making and breaking an egg is a better way to put it. We're going to be starting off with a 1980s hatchback. You may recognize this as the beamng, but I'm going to make some modifications and we're going to give it a little bit more power than is necessary. Just a little bit. This is some hot version of this car that I made a while ago. It is a 400 horsepower inline 3, which is too much power, but I think this time we're gonna go for a V8. I'm hoping for somewhere in the thousands, and we'll see. We will see. So it looks like I can fit, and this is transverse by the way, a 5.4 liter V8, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Okay, maybe not bigger than that because it's getting angry. However, it's gonna be big. 5.5 maybe liters of V8 power is hopefully going to be enough to get us over 1,000 horsepower. Without running any turbos, I have managed to just very lightly tune this engine to, it's a 5.5 liter V8 now by the way, almost 1,600 horsepower. That's 1,559.4 horsepower. That's a lot, but I think I want to do more than that. We might need to have turbos, although it's been a while since I made an NA engine. I have figured out that nitromethane fuel is probably the best that I can use. I know a lot of people in the comments were saying that before with my previous engines, so let's use nitromethane from now on and just hope for the best with these builds. Maybe, just maybe, this will mean that I can get more power out of some of those other engines too. So NA tune, pretty much max, is about 1,600 horsepower. Time for some turbos. I can't get away from turbos. They're too fun. That's all I need to say. Okay, well, never mind. We lose all our power because the pistons suck. So this is not a terrible curve, but I'm increasing the cam profile significantly to get more power naturally aspirated because the wonderful things it does. But the thing is that the problem with this engine in turbocharging is that the compressor surge is ridiculous, and I just do not want to deal with that. I've spent too much time with turbos in the past couple weeks. So instead we're going naturally aspirated with a very high revving pushrod engine, which is a bit of an oxymoron, but that's alright. It doesn't really matter when it has 16:1 compression. It may as well be a diesel. 2,369.3 horsepower out of a naturally aspirated 5.5 liter V8 that actually fits into this car, hopefully with all-wheel drive, which is the goal, just barely. It's going to be good though. Good luck changing the spark plugs. So my vessel for this madness is going to be the beamng, although I'm going to widen it significantly because it's just not going to work any other way. For those of you who are unaware, it's been a while since I made a beamng, so I should give a small disclaimer. It's basically based on the Yugo. That was the idea of this all along. I'm basically trying to recreate the Yugo, although in this case, automation version, and it kind of became the mascot of the channel. That's why it's my channel profile picture as well. That's the only reason. I'm going to skip ahead here. We're going to go for pretty much the best stuff we can get, except not a CVT, because that's insane. I don't know why I would put a CVT on this. Let's do a dual clutch. Let's do an 8-speed dual clutch, which is a lot of speeds for no particular reason. It does make a decent amount of power. It should absolutely fly, which is going to be fun. It definitely is more heavy on the front, so it's going to be slightly front bias, just a little bit. 69% front, 31%. Let's do 70-30 just to even it out. Those are some absolutely thick drag tires, which is a lot of fun. I'm just going to make all this stuff here out of carbon fiber and all that, and apparently everything was not of the highest quality, so I'm going to try to fix that too. Oh, I just noticed they added race interiors. That is the lightest interior by a long shot. If you go to basic, it is double the weight. Crazy. I like it. Absolutely slammed. I like it as well. These wheels are too tiny though. We need to get a little bit bigger size. The only reason why is because I need to fit bigger brakes. That's pretty much it. Okay, so a bagged and tagged beamng is not necessarily a new thing for this channel. I've done many cars like this. But what is going to be new is an attempt at something a little bit different, because I want to try to make an actual egg. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I got a little bit distracted adding a front bumper to this. The width is insane, and I absolutely love how wide this car can get. This bumper is actually from a car pack that's from a different game, but somebody's exported all of the stuff for the cars. You can actually just remake these cars on top of automation bodies, which is really cool. But I just stole one of the front bumpers and slapped it on, and it actually looks pretty darn good, and it fits perfect as well, even with the lights. So awkwardly, I don't think anybody's made an actual egg shape thing. The closest that we have is like one of these things. Basically, we could use a sphere. I think that's all I can do, so a sphere it is. It's a bean, it's not even an egg. I failed already. Chicago's gonna come out here and sue me. This is not really what I had in mind, but I don't detest it that much. It's currently scraping on the ground, so we gotta do something about that. But yeah, basically egg with wheels is what I was going for, or what I was attempting to go for. I just need to color it up. Easter style. Yes, yes. Okay, so if we hide the body, then we have our egg. It doesn't it's gonna have lights, I guess. I mean, we can hide fixtures, but then it's gonna hide the actual egg itself, so I don't really want to do that. So here's the game plan. First of all, we're gonna enable all these settings again so we can see the chassis, the body, and all that stuff. Now we're gonna go to the advanced trim settings in here, and then I'm gonna hide this stuff in this instead. So I thought it was possible to hide the body conventionally, but unfortunately it seems like that's only like one of the options over here, because visibility just has chassis. So the chassis is gone and the engine is sticking out of the egg, although I might try to hide that, we'll see, or make it stand out more, who knows. But the easy other way to do it is to take the body panels and make them transparent. So now it's gone, kind of. The chassis stuff is still there, but yeah, I'll have to do some more hiding. And with the underbody gone, we can go ahead into the fixtures and start deleting the unnecessary items. Like, does an egg really need indicators? Not really, so let's get rid of that. Egg. Yeah, okay, it's finished. I basically added a little bit of stuff back to it. So we have exhaust pipes, we have rotiform wheels, we have a... Don't worry about that. It's basically a pink egg. So changing the name of this to egg. 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 Back onto all of this stuff here. I think we can probably get more speed, more power, more friendship, all that kind of stuff. So this thing will do 612.9 kilometers an hour, which is beautiful. I'm very, very pleased with that. Weight distribution is still more to the front, so we can increase that a little bit for better balance. Everything here is looking decent. Hopefully with these wheels and all the stuff that's going on, and the increase in size and the track width and all that stuff, that it'll actually perform better. Now, I'm going to increase the front force significantly because the back brakes are too strong. And they don't need to be anywhere near as strong as they are. We can also go up a lot in pad type to try and get the brakes to be better. So I gave this thing a race diffuser to give it a bit of downforce, otherwise it's going to fly off the road and crack. Race interior, all that type of stuff. I would not want to be on the interior of this egg when it's going 600 kilometers an hour. Everything else is all good in the hood. Basically old school safety. It's an egg. It really shouldn't have any safety at all, actually. No safety. And with that, our 2,369.3 horsepower, 10,000 RPM V8 egg is ready for testing. Let's see how it does in BeamNG. So I just made a horrifying discovery, and I want to stress that this was 100% not intentional, but the egg is flexible a lot more than you might wish. It wiggles. That's not good. Don't eat this egg. I also want to stress that this is actually based on the Bugo. Remember that when I'm driving it, because it is ridiculously fast and far, far too quick for being the kind of car that it is, except with a giant egg body instead of a regular one. Except the thing is made out of plasticine and is wiggling. A little too much for my liking. It's unnerving. So what I was going to say for this intro before I was disturbed so rudely by this wiggly egg is that we are here in the West Coast USA, and basically we're going to be hiding from some children. They will be hopefully finding us. There's actually nobody on the map at all, but we'll just pretend. But I don't think anybody actually wants to find an egg that's this floppy. There's something wrong with it. First thing I was going to do was take it on a dirt track, but the thing is wiggling so much it is absolutely out of control. Also, I remembered that I put drag tires on it, so we need to be on pavement, definitely. Oh, the wiggly egg, it wiggles so much! No way, look at this, watch this. I honestly think the chassis just doesn't have any stiffness to it. Like, the egg wiggling is causing the back wheels to wiggle like crazy. If I accelerate, it just vibrates like mad. Oh my goodness. This might be the worst car I've ever made. The engine is solid though. I feel like I need to reuse this in something else. It feels good, like it has good power, it has good traction, it just wiggles like absolutely mad. And it has basically no stability. Like the front end, or the back end is bouncing around like crazy, and that causes the front end to bounce around like crazy. It's basically a go-kart with 2,000 horsepower and nothing to keep it together, essentially. It's like the chassis is twisting and forming every time the power curve hits. Not even our bullhorns are helping us out here. I thought that they might. The only way I'm going to be able to drive this thing is very slowly, so let's just do that when we talk about more things other than that. Yikes. So it's Easter, well, it's Easter Saturday, it's Easter weekend, but yeah. These days, pretty much Easter is all about eggs and bunnies and stuff. Obviously there's a reason for the season, much like Christmas, how it's kind of about giving gifts, but there are other reasons for that. But then I was thinking about with this egg, I was like, man, I should decorate it and try to do stuff with it. But then I was remembering that back in the day they used to just like dye eggs and then hide them and that was it. Or maybe somebody would get fancy and paint an actual egg and then they would hide that. I can't even imagine what would happen with the ones that just got left like by accident. You accidentally leave an egg out and then there you go, the thing is rotting the next day. But yeah. Also, I managed to get this thing stable. It just... oh, it's not stable under braking though. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that there's only one way to use this thing. Alright, can the egg do the most basic possible thing, which is get up on top of this trailer without exploding? Honest answer is probably no, because this trailer has side things on it, and this egg is extremely wide. I probably should have planned this better. I think that's good. We'll just drive with this as is. It's hanging off the back, but it's on there somewhat. It's surprising to me sometimes how good these BeamNG vehicles drive, because I'm always driving automation ones. But this van, total base model, I think it's like a V6, nothing good, long wheelbase. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it drives well, but doesn't tow well. Okay, this trailer is way too much for this van, but it doesn't matter because the car is actually on there, so we're all good. I probably should have picked a 2500 or 3500 version of this thing instead of a 1500, but at least we can tow the stupid egg bean thing and not have to worry too much. You can see I put it a little bit further up on the trailer. That is for stability purposes. Otherwise, yeah, you don't want it too far back. That just makes it wiggle. That's some basic trailer physics for you. Learning lessons every day on the Automotive Flux channel. So yeah, I spent like a whole bunch of time putting this on here, mostly just so I could drive around in this van. It's fun to drive around in these BeamNG vehicles. Oh, this is not going well. Oh no. Oh, the parking brake on that egg is not very strong. We're basically doing a parade right now. That was my intention, but it's not working out so hot. But anyway, hopefully this Easter you've been able to spend some time with family, having Easter dinners on Friday and maybe Sunday as well. That's what I've been doing. So much family to see, so little time, but that's just how it goes these days. Whoa. This is getting worse and worse. The tongue weight is insane. But yeah, let's not forget the reasons for the season. Obviously eggs and stuff and bunnies, it's fun, chocolate, but that's not why Easter is Easter, so yeah, keep that stuff in mind. I'll see you guys again next time. More heavy things to come, maybe some better engines, perhaps some ridiculously powerful stuff, and a few sponsors, question mark. But yeah, good stuff coming up. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Yeah, I'm running this van into the absolute dirt here. I have an idea though. Let's just ditch this trailer. We need to build up some speed for what I'm about to do next. There is only one way to treat these working vans, and that's to put them to work on the rough roads of wherever the heck West Coast USA we are. But first, before anything else, we need to crash into something. Okay, admittedly that was a little bit lame, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Just want to say thank you to those who have chosen to support this channel via the join button or my Patreon. These are the $5 members. We have, let me go in order here, Overlord, G.A. Pope, Davis Heister, Goofy Plays, Baja Blast, Mancini Country, Shadow Jasper, and I Look Valheimo. Thank you everybody for watching. One day soon, I'm hopeful that this list can grow significantly, so I have to dedicate like 5 minutes at the end of the video to shouting out names. I want it to get so significant that I am not even able to say the names anymore. But I've been doing this for years, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. See you again soon.